Everyone, my name is Baraj Gill, and I think I'm going to do like a little series on how to really get in touch with your higher self, give you some tips on how to do it and how I did it myself. So give you my personal experiences, which is going to make you a master manifester. The law of attraction will truly be working for you if you follow these steps. So I'm going to do one video per step. These are going to be my shorter videos. And in today's, this is video 1, I want to start with where I started. So the first time when my shift began and I started learning about how we are energy and how connected we are with the universe, that we're infinite, we're all one, all of that. When I realized that I wanted to be more connected. So my journey started 4 or 5 years ago, where my number one goal for that year, and it was written on my vision board, was that I will follow every single gut feeling. I will never deny one gut feeling ever. And at first it was difficult, and as you become better at it, you'll see how many gut feelings a day you have. Because, essentially, what are gut feelings? Gut feelings are your higher self or the universe speaking to you, and it speaks to you through feelings. So, we're not only full of ego. The higher self is always, you have free will to live your life the way you want it. You live your life in ego, it's going to be a hard life. You're going to go upstream all the time. You live your life in feeling, in kind of like where it started for me is to follow each gut feeling. You will begin to create more trust in your higher self. That's what it did to me. I began to create more trust. I began to realize what feels good and what feels bad. At this point though, I didn't even realize how sneaky the ego was. But when I just started following each gut feeling, like for example, if I'm driving to go to yoga, and let's say I get this feeling of get into the other lane, get into the right lane, and I'm fine. I don't want to get into the lane, but that awareness of the thought and the feeling, I would get into the right lane. And I've done a vlog on this before, on this story, but you begin to see things you never would have seen, and synchronicities when you do follow that voice. Or if I'm cooking, I like to make lots of lentil soups, dal. I love making it. And just little things like I would put salt in it, and as I'm putting the salt back, I get this add more salt. So I would add more salt. So now I never not follow a gut feeling. Now, I'm going to give you one way, if connecting and to your feelings is really hard for you, use this method. So and I've talked about this before, but I just want to bring it up again. So number 1, the universe is made of a combination of numbers. That's why numerology is so important, and astrology, time of birth, all that. That's why it's important. So what you can do is when you feel good, give it a 1. When you give it a 1, you're saying yes to the universe. You're like, yes, give me more of that. Yes, 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 yes. If you feel bad about something, give it a 0 and tell the universe 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. No, 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 no. And the universe knows that 1s are a yes and 0s are a no. Start with that. If you're not good at recognizing gut feelings yet, and a lot of us are not in the beginning, but that's a really simple, easy method. Is when you feel good, give it a 1. When you feel bad, give it a 0. And give it a year. This process of of following your gut feeling is going to take a year or maybe even more until you really get used to it and start following the senses and feelings of your higher self in the universe. All right, so that is lesson 1 on how to become a master manifester, and just be aware, create awareness of your feelings and be more in tune with who you really are, your higher self, and not the ego. Love you guys.